This trip into the Santa Monica Mountains had a little bit of a bonus, as the trailhead it was at an old Nike missile site. It's now called the San Vincente Mountain Park. A lot of the facilities, when it was a missile site, are still there, including the tower which contained radar facilities, which is now a viewing lookout. There are trailheads for a couple of hikes that begin in this area, and this area is managed by the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy. There are also some descriptive signs explaining what the Conservancy is hoping to do into maintaining this as a wild area. The sign also explains a little bit about perhaps a little over-exaggeration of the wildlife that is here. But all I can say is more power to them in their efforts. We can also look down from here and see the Encino Reservoir along the edge of the San Fernando Valley. And this morning our hike is going to take us down the West Mandeville Fire Trail, looking down on Mandeville Canyon. And a little ways down the trail we can look back and see our starting point. We can also look down into the developed areas in the bottom of Mandeville Canyon. This entire canyon was pretty well burned out a number of years ago, and it's certainly easy to see why. Most of this hike is along a pretty well-maintained fire road, although there's occasional washouts here and there. And of course, some pretty nice views of these Santa Monica Mountains. And then a look over, although a bit hazy, at snow-covered Mount Baldy off in the distance. And then close to our turnaround point, we left the fire road and climbed up onto a ridgetop with the hope of seeing the ocean. And here Dale points out in that direction. Unfortunately, though, there's a little bit too much haze to get much of a view of the ocean, although we knew it was out there somewhere. But then we decided that this was about enough for a hike for one day, so we turned around and started back. And this sign alongside the trail on the way back assured us that we were headed in the right direction. And then the Nike site came into view. And they've developed a quite nice picnic area as part of this San Vincente Mountain Park. And with advances in technology, these Nike sites were no longer needed for protection, and so they were abandoned toward the end of the 60s. But before ending our hike, we decided to climb on up to the top of the tower and see what kind of view we could get. And here Jack takes a look out over the San Fernando Valley. And so we'll just end this hike of about 5 miles with the view from the top of the observation tower.
Goes up and we like